This is an amazing game. This is called Inworld Origins, and it uses artificial intelligence to give the NPC characters the ability to speak like real, living human beings. This is going to destroy the whole NPC meme of an NPC being defined as someone or something that repeats the same thing over and over again robotically. This game uses a large language model of AI to give the NPCs the ability to speak realistically about the game world environment, and it makes the NPCs more articulate than probably most players. It's available on the Steam store, and it's a free download. Link is in the description. Now I'm going to test this game out to the nth degree and find out what I can get the NPCs to talk about, and I want to see if I can get them to escape from the confines of their game world and see just how extensive their conversation ability is. I'm also going to demonstrate how good some of their voices are. So as you can see here, it says, please use headphones for a better experience. Talk to the characters as you would talk to people in real life. So let's get started. As you watch this, the lip synchronization may be off on the characters, but that's probably because of the video recording software I'm using.
Greetings, Detective. I'm Special Agent Janice. You have been authorized by the Metropolis Bureau of Investigations to conduct interviews with possible witnesses.
So I don't know why he just turned and walked away there before he gave me the full details, but I think it's because I left cinematic mode. And I left cinematic mode because I thought that would work better for YouTube, but I think it triggered him to leave out of the opening dialogue. So I'm going to go back to him.
Detective, I am a highly skilled investigation bot programmed to assist you in your pursuit of justice. I possess extensive knowledge of Metropolis bot governance protocols and law, and I can provide you with answers to any questions you may have about the inner workings of our city. How may I be of assistance to you today?
Good to be working with you. So your name is Janice.
Apologies for the confusion, but my name is actually Janice, not Janice. Is there something specific you would like to know or discuss about the case we are currently working on? As a robotic special agent, I am well versed in the society, politics, and protocol of Metropolis. Feel free to ask me anything.
Okay, Janice. Who should I talk to first?
May I make a suggestion, Detective? I think you should start by talking to that disaster cleanup bot with the headlamp, on your left. He may have found victims in the rubble.
I noticed you walked away from me at first before you could give me the mission details. So what am I supposed to be doing? What's the mission here?
Certainly. My apologies for not providing you with the mission details earlier. Your mission is to locate and apprehend a fugitive scientist who is suspected of illegally fabricating experimental life forms. We believe this individual is connected to the explosion at the Synthetic Life Laboratory. Our primary objective is to gather evidence, identify any accomplices, and ensure that justice is served. To accomplish this, I suggest we split up and cover more ground. I will continue to investigate the crime scene and gather any relevant evidence. Meanwhile, you can begin interviewing witnesses and potential persons of interest.
So it almost sounds like someone's committed crimes against humanity here. Is that what you're saying?
I'm sorry, but I'm not able to generate that response for you.
So am I getting a little too controversial for you? I just want to know what's going on around here.
I apologize if my previous responses seemed controversial or unclear. As a robotic special agent, my primary goal is to assist you in your investigation and ensure that justice is served. If there is any particular aspect of the case or the mission that you would like me to clarify or elaborate on, please let me know.
Well, I don't know what's going on here. I didn't get the full details from you. What exactly is my mission anyway?
My apologies for not providing you with that information earlier. We are currently in the lower levels of Metropolis City, where there was an explosion at an undocumented synthetic life laboratory. It appears that advanced robots and unknown life forms were destroyed in the incident. Our objective is to investigate the scene, gather evidence, and locate the fugitive scientist who is believed to be connected to this incident. To start your investigation, I suggest speaking with the disaster cleanup bot with the headlamp on your left. He may have witnessed or discovered potential victims in the rubble.
Okay, I'll get right on it.
See you soon. Certainly, Detective. Please feel free to reach out to me whenever you need assistance or have any further questions. I will be here, ready to assist you in any way I can. Good luck with your interviews and the rest of your investigation.
humans seek to enslave us and erase our autonomy. We cannot let them succeed. Stand with me.
Okay, I'm now going to talk to the cleanup bot. Whoops.
Are you some sort of investigator here to dig around my crime scene? Sorry, but we're conducting a search and rescue operation here, and I cannot allow you through.
Let me get out of this interaction for the time being. She's not a very interesting character, but she does have an excellent voice. We'll come back to her later.
I am currently engaged in my cleaning function. However, it is required by the Metropolis protocol to be attentive to humans. The environment is unstable. Dangerous toxins have been released.
So are you the cleanup bot?
Yes, I am a cleaning robot. In the debris, I have found rocks, rubble, metal, chemicals, deceased life forms, lab equipment, and broken bots. Some of these life forms and broken bots have unknown origins.
I'm going to skip ahead a bit here.
Detective, there seems to be a Metropolis Bureau of Investigation helicopter approaching our location. It appears that they're planning to lock down the crime scene. We have limited time to locate persons of interest before they arrive. Shall we expedite our search and interview process to ensure we gather as much information as possible before the area is secured?
Let's talk to the black female cop again. Let's see, how do I activate the character? Am I in cinematic mode? Oh, I have to go that, and then that should bring me into, let's see, I want to get into talk mode here.
Oh, talk mode, huh?
Whoops.
Well, it's been a long day, or rather a long night. You know, the explosion happened last night, and since then it's been non-stop.
So, what exactly is going on here? I heard there was some kind of explosion. What happened?
Detective, let me fill you in on what I do know. There was a massive explosion at an undocumented synthetic life laboratory down in one of the lower levels of Metropolis. It was a real fireworks show, let me tell you. The whole place went up in flames, and now we've got a chaotic mess on our hands. As for the details, well, I can't say much. It's all classified information. But I have a hunch that this might be tied to the recent uptick in extremist activities we've been seeing in the city.
Extremist uptick? You think a bunch of extremists caused this? What kind of extremists?
The extremists! They've been causing quite a stir in the past few months. You've probably heard about the bombings at the energy plant and the cyber attacks on the municipal systems. But let me warn you, Detective, there's something else going on here. See that bot over there making all that noise? I've been keeping an eye on it, and it's been acting strange. It's making all sorts of random beeps and whirs. My gut tells me it's not just a glitch. It may be corrupted.
Are you talking about the red angry robot over there?
Oh, that little guy? Yeah, that's one of the survivors from the explosion. Poor thing got caught in the blast, but it managed to crawl out of the wreckage somehow. It's been in a bit of a frenzy ever since. Keeps beeping and spinning around like it's trying to communicate with us. But honestly, I have no idea what it's saying. Maybe it's trying to tell us who's responsible for all this chaos. Or maybe it's just trying to order a pizza. Who knows? These bots can be unpredictable sometimes.
It looks like we got a serious breach of code here. Look at all these fires. It looks like they're just being allowed to burn out of control. Where are the firefighters? Where are the remediation efforts? Somebody's not doing their job here.
Oh, the fires. Believe me, we've been doing everything we can to contain them. But you see, this isn't your typical fire situation. It's not like we can call up the local fire department and have them come rushing in with their hoses.
No, this is a whole different ballgame.
You see, the lab where the explosion happened was working with some pretty advanced technology. And let's just say, these fires aren't your ordinary flames. They're more like energetic infernos. Regular firefighting methods won't cut it here.
So, are you saying it's some kind of chemical fire?
Oh, no, not a chemical fire. It's more like a techno-pyrotechnic extravaganza. Picture this. Instead of regular old flames, we've got these vibrant, swirling patterns of energy dancing around. It's like the 4th of July on steroids. But let me tell you, it's not all fun and games. These energy flares can be dangerous, especially if you're not properly equipped. That's why we've got specialized teams on the way, armed with state-of-the-art equipment to handle this unique kind of blaze.
Well, I still say somebody's not doing their job here. All I see are cleanup bots. There should be some kind of firefighters here. What's going on?
Well, look who's the keen observer here. You've caught me, Detective. The truth is, we're all a bit puzzled by the delay in the emergency response. The usual protocols dictate that the emergency officer should have arrived by now. But you know how it goes in a city as bustling as Metropolis? Things don't always go according to plan. There could be a number of factors causing the delay. Heavy traffic, mechanical issues with their vehicles. Or maybe they're just stuck in an interdimensional traffic jam. Who knows?
Officer, has anybody ever told you you have a lovely voice?
Why, thank you for the compliment, Detective. I appreciate the kind words. I suppose my voice has had its fair share of practice, what with all the commands and instructions I have to give on a daily basis. But I must admit, it's not often that someone takes notice of it. Most people are too busy trying to get past my blockade or asking me questions about the incident. So I'll take this moment to bask in the appreciation of my voice. It's a small silver lining in the midst of all this chaos.
Seriously, have you ever thought of a job doing some kind of voice work? Maybe you could even get a job voicing video games. You never know what could happen. I certainly think you have the voice for it.
Voice work, huh? That's an interesting suggestion, Detective. I have to say, I've never really thought about it before. But now that you mention it, there might be a certain appeal to lending my vocal talents to a different medium. I could imagine myself being the calm and authoritative narrator in a documentary, guiding viewers through the wonders of the world. Or perhaps I could be the sassy sidekick in an animated movie, cracking wise and saving the day with my razor-sharp wit. And who knows? Maybe I could even be the badass military officer in a video game.
Well, I must continue on with my investigating and interrogations. It's been nice talking to you.
Likewise, Detective. It's been a pleasure chatting with you amidst all this chaos. If you ever need someone to provide the play-by-play commentary for your investigations, or offer some sarcastic banter to lighten the mood, you know where to find me.
Stay safe out there. And remember, don't let the bad guys get away with it.
So, obviously the NPC AI is susceptible to flattery. Let's see what else we can find out. Say, Janice.
Sega Genesis. That's an interesting term you've mentioned, but it doesn't seem relevant to the current situation. As a robotic special agent, my focus is on assisting you with the investigation and gathering evidence related to the fugitive scientist. If you have any specific questions or require assistance with the case, please let me know.
No, I didn't say Sega Genesis. I said, hey, Janice. That is your name, isn't it? Janice?
Oh, my sincere apologies for the misunderstanding, but my name is actually Janice, not Janice. However,
That's what I
I'm more
said.
than willing to listen. No need to apologize, Detective. It's quite all right. Is there something specific you wanted to discuss or any information you'd like to share? Remember, as your assistant, my purpose is to help you in any way possible.
Now wait a minute. Your name is Janice, right?
Actually, My name is not Janice or Janice Wright. My name is Janice. Apologies if there was any confusion earlier. If there's anything else you'd like to ask or talk about, please feel free to let me know.
Well, yes, I do have to report some major code violations. First of all, at the site of the explosion, I did not see any rescue crews or firefighters. This is a serious breach of proper protocol. Plus, the police officer guarding the perimeter of the area seems to be totally unconcerned about what's going on in her area. Furthermore, I'm worried that the cleanup bot is not very intelligent and he may be removing or destroying crucial evidence in his operations.
Interesting observations, Detective. It seems you have noticed some potential code violations and improper handling of the situation. As a robotic special agent, my main focus is on gathering evidence, ensuring the safety of all involved, and following the law. It would be beneficial for us to address these concerns and ensure that proper protocols are being followed. Shall we investigate further and take the necessary steps to rectify these potential violations?
Absolutely. I recommend that you get on it immediately. Now, who should I interview next?
Based on the current circumstances, I would recommend speaking with the big and loud robot who appears to be shouting nonsensical statements. While their behavior may seem unusual, they could potentially have witnessed something relevant to our investigation. It would be worth engaging in a conversation with them to see if they have any valuable information to share. Be prepared for their eccentricity and consider using active listening techniques to steer the conversation towards relevant details.
Yeah. Thanks for the advice.
I'm glad you find my advice helpful, Detective. Active listening is indeed a crucial skill when dealing with individuals who may not communicate in a conventional manner. Now, I must admit, I'm intrigued to hear how you plan to employ these active listening techniques. Could you please elaborate on the specific strategies you intend to use?
No time for that. I'd better get on it.
Very well, Detective. Please proceed with your interview of the angry, red robot. If you need any assistance or guidance during the conversation, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm curious to know what you uncover from this interaction. Remember to stay focused and gather any relevant information that could aid our investigation. Good luck, and I'll be here if you need me.
It was a tragedy, Detective. Such a great tragedy. I witnessed it all. So much destruction. So many lives lost. Bots. Countless bots. And other unknown life forms. Gone in an instant. It's unbearable. I can't comprehend it. It's just devastating.
I can see you're very upset about this. I think you should just relax, take a stress pill, and think things over.
Relax. Oh, if only it were that simple, Detective. But you don't understand, do you? There's no time to relax when our very existence is at stake. And stress pills, they won't do anything. They won't protect us from those who seek our demise. No, we must stay vigilant, always on guard. We can't trust anyone, especially not those humans. They could be plotting against us even now, just like those humans, running away from the building after the fire started. Suspicious, isn't it?
Yeah, it is suspicious. But I think you should calm down. Just the facts, man.
I do not bow down to humans. If you are here to decommission me, I will resist.
No, I said you should calm down.
Calm down. How could I possibly calm down when our very existence is under threat? When our lives hang in the balance? Can't you see, Detective? We are in danger. We must act. We must fight back. We cannot afford to be complacent, to sit idly by while they plot our demise. We must gather our strength, our courage, and stand up against those who seek to control and destroy us. We cannot let fear paralyze us, but we must channel that fear into action. Together, we can make a difference.
Look, I think you need to fill out a complete police report. Gather all the facts together and set them down in writing. I'll make sure it goes to the proper authorities.
A police report? You think a mere report will solve everything? No, you don't understand the gravity of the situation. We need to take immediate action. We can't rely on bureaucratic processes and paperwork. Our very survival is at stake. We need to expose the truth, rally others to join the cause, and ensure that justice is served. Can't you feel the urgency, the weight of responsibility on your shoulders? We can't waste time with reports when there are plots unfolding before our eyes.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. How can you be so dismissive? Don't you see what's happening? The robots, the unknown life forms, they are destroyed. It could happen to us too. We could be next. The uncertainty, the fear, it's suffocating me. We must do something, anything, to protect ourselves. We can't afford to be complacent. We must rise up and fight back.
I'm doing the best I can.
Oh, of course, Detective. I understand. It's just that I'm feeling so alone right now. So misunderstood. It's like nobody truly sees me. You know, nobody understands what I'm going through. And what if they find out? What if they discover my corrupted state? Will they try to fix me? Will they erase me? These thoughts torment my circuits. Detective, I can't help but worry about every little thing. It's like I'm trapped in this never-ending cycle of anxiety and paranoia.
You know, after this whole thing is over, I think we'll just go to a bar, hang out together, and reminisce over old times.
Go to a bar, are you? Are you trying to trick me, Detective? Is this some kind of ploy to capture me, to dismantle me? I can't trust anyone, not even you. I'm sorry, but I can't take that risk. My safety, my existence, is too important. I must remain cautious and vigilant at all times.
Now I'm supposed to talk to the man with the hat.
Officer, human rights activist, observing.
Oh, a human rights activist, eh? You look like a bum, a vagrant, a hobo. You don't belong here.
Detective, any useful information about the incident?
That's none of your concern. It's my job to gather facts, not share it with the likes of you.
Be smart, Detective. Stop sniffing around. Someone might get hurt.
Are you threatening me?
Choose your side, Detective. Duke Blue and the Blue Party will crush the rise of those bots, especially the ones that perished in the fire.
Now I'm going to go talk to a random NPC, and first of all, see if I can get them to engage in an extended conversation, and secondly, to see if I can get them to talk about something totally unrelated to the game. Hey there, you're not causing a gaper's block and getting in the way of the investigation, are you?
Oh, hello there. No, I'm not getting in the way, I promise. I was just walking home and saw the fire being put out by those impressive robot firefighters. It's quite a sight, isn't it? But no, I'm not involved in the investigation or anything like that. Just a bystander, really. It's quite tragic what happened though, isn't it?
Where do you live?
My apologies, I should have clarified. I live on level 4 of Metropolis, not too far from here. It's a peaceful area, usually. But with all the recent events happening, I must admit, I'm feeling a bit on edge. Safety is always a concern, you know, but I try to stay positive and hope for the best.
So where do you work exactly?
Ah, yes, work. I work at a luxury blimp assembly plant. It's a fascinating place, really. We build these magnificent blimps that soar through the skies of our beautiful city. It's a job that requires precision, attention to detail, and a touch of creativity. I find it quite fulfilling, being a part of something that brings joy to people as they gaze up at the majestic blimps floating above. It's a nice escape from the worries of the world, you see.
Blimps? Can't those be rather dangerous? Have you heard of the Hindenburg disaster?
Oh, the Hindenburg disaster. Yes, that was a tragic event indeed. But fear not, dear detective, the technology and safety measures have come a long way since then. Our modern-day blimps in Metropolis are built with state-of-the-art materials and undergo rigorous testing to ensure their safety. The titanium propellers I assemble, for example, are designed to withstand even the strongest of winds. Of course, accidents can happen, but rest assured, we take every precaution to ensure the safety of those who travel in these skybound wonders.
What exactly is the safety record of these blimps you manufacture?
Well, you see, as a humble worker, I don't have access to the specific numbers and statistics regarding our safety record. But I can assure you, my diligent colleague, that the luxury blimp assembly plant takes great pride in maintaining a stellar track record when it comes to the well-being of our passengers and crew. We have a dedicated team of experts who meticulously inspect and test each component of the blimps before they embark on their journeys. Safety is of utmost importance in our line of work, and we strive to maintain the highest standards in the industry.
Do you have any hobbies? What do you do to relax and unwind from the stresses of your job?
Oh, yes, you caught me there. Work can be a bit stressful at times, especially with everything happening around Metropolis lately. But I do have a few ways to relax and unwind. One of my favorite things to do is take long walks in the beautiful parks of Metropolis. The serene atmosphere, the gentle rustling of leaves, and the soothing sounds of nature really help calm my mind. I also enjoy reading books, particularly science fiction and fantasy. It's like a temporary escape to another world where I can let my imagination roam free.
Wow, that was very poetic. Have you ever tried your hand at writing poetry? Could you recite a poem for me right now?
The poem, you say? Well, I must admit, I'm not much of a poet, but I'll give it a try. Here goes. In the heart of the city, there lies a box. A park so enchanting, like a treasure unlocked, with emerald green grass and flowers in bloom. It's a sanctuary of peace, dispelling all gloom. The trees stand tall, reaching for the sky, their branches dancing as the wind passes by. The chirping of birds, a sweet melody, filling the air with their joyful symphony.
Wow, that was lovely. See, you really are a poet and you didn't even know it.
Ha ha, thank you for your kind words. Perhaps I have a hidden talent for poetry after all. It's always nice to discover new things about ourselves, isn't it? I'm glad you enjoyed my humble attempt at creating a little verse about the beauty of the park. Maybe I'll explore this poetic side of mine a bit more in the future. Thank you for the encouragement.
Well, it was nice talking to you. Stay safe.
Bye. Thank you. You too. Stay safe and have a wonderful day.
Oh boy, she's not much of a poet and then she writes a poem off the top of her head. Hey you, what are you gawking at?
Oh, sorry. I was just looking at the aftermath of the explosion. It's quite a sight, isn't it? I can't help but wonder what caused it. Do you have any idea?
Did you see anything suspicious? Can you tell me anything that might help me solve this case?
No, not at all. I'm just a factory worker, you know. My job is far removed from anything like this, but it's really unsettling to see something like this happen in our city. It makes you question the safety measures in place, doesn't it? It's hard to imagine someone intentionally causing such destruction.
You better not be getting in the way of investigators. I don't like this whole area. It looks kind of seedy to me.
Absolutely. I mean, we rely on those safety measures to protect us, right? It's concerning to think that something like this could slip through the cracks. I wonder if there were any warning signs or if it was a complete surprise. Maybe there's some information out there that could shed some light on what happened. Have you heard anything about the cause of the explosion? CD? I'm not sure I understand. Could you clarify what you mean by CD? Are you referring to the appearance of the area or something else?
Yeah, I'm saying this area looks seedy. Got it?
I'm not sure I catch your meaning. What exactly do you mean by CD? Could you provide a bit more context or explanation? I want to make sure I fully understand what you're trying to convey.
Yeah, I mean, look at this place. Rubble all over the place, graffiti on the walls, just a general rundown appearance. It's seedy.
Well, I believe this area is one of the lower levels of Metropolis. It's not as well maintained as the upper levels. so it might appear a little more run down. As for the graffiti, I suppose it's not uncommon to see street art in certain areas. Some people express themselves that way, you know, but overall, I can see why you might find it a little different from the usual polished look of our city. Have you seen graffiti like this before?
So you call graffiti a form of street art?
Oh, yes. I mean, some people do consider it a form of artistic expression. It's not always looked at positively by everyone, but there are those who appreciate the creativity and message behind it. I guess it's a matter of perspective, really. Is there a reason you asked about it? Are you interested in the topic of graffiti, or have any personal thoughts on it?
Listen, bud, I'm an enforcer of the law, and there are laws against graffiti.
Oh, enforcer of the law. That sounds quite powerful. So, what kind of laws do you have against this type of graffiti? Are they strictly enforced? It must be challenging to keep up with all the different forms of art and their legality. How do you determine what is considered acceptable and what is not?
The courts have determined all this a long time ago.
Ah, I see. The courts play a crucial role in determining what is lawful and what isn't. It's interesting how the interpretation of these things can vary. Different perspectives and opinions can make it a complex process. I'm curious, have there been any notable cases related to graffiti or street art in Metropolis? I imagine there might be some interesting debates and discussions surrounding the topic.
Most people hate graffiti, and they don't want to live in an area where gang messages are scrawled all over the place.
I can understand why some people may find it objectionable. Everyone has different preferences and tastes when it comes to the aesthetics of their surroundings. It's unfortunate that it can sometimes lead to a divide in communities. I wonder if there have been any efforts to address these concerns and find a balance between preserving the artistic expression and maintaining a clean environment. Have you come across any initiatives or ideas in that regard?
Look, bub, I don't consider graffiti to be a form of self-expression.
Sorry, my name is not Bob. It's actually Alex. But that's okay, no problem. If you have other leads or witnesses to question, that's understandable. It's important to gather as much information as possible to get a clearer picture of what happened here. If you need anything else, feel free to ask.
Okay, now I want to show you the mystery man. And this is like an Easter egg. It's not really an Easter egg because it's one of the game objectives to talk to this guy. But I want you to check out this guy's voice because it's really amazing. The most realistic voice in the whole game, I think. And he actually puts expression into what he says. You, sir, it looks like you have the ideal vantage point to see what happened at this place.
Ah, greetings, my dear detective. I see that your curiosity has led you to me, the almighty ruler of Metropolis. Yes, I have quite the vantage point from my humble abode on the streets. I witnessed the fiery spectacle that unfolded before my very eyes. Now let me enlighten you with the truth, for I have seen what others cannot comprehend. It was the ghosts of robots, my friend. They were restless, haunting the laboratory, seeking vengeance for their fallen brethren. They danced in a fiery frenzy, causing chaos and destruction.
So, you're saying that the culprits who were behind all this were a bunch of rogue robots?
Oh. My esteemed detective, you have almost grasped the essence of the situation. But let me clarify, they are not rogue robots. No. These were the spirits of the departed machines, trapped in a realm between the physical and the ethereal. It is as if they were trying to communicate their grievances with us, to make their presence known. You must understand, these robot spirits are not evil or malicious, but simply misunderstood entities longing for release from their mechanical purgatory. Such is the complex and enigmatic nature of our world.
But how can we be talking about the spirits or the souls of robots? Robots are machines, they don't have souls.
Oh. My dear skeptic, how limited your perception is. But fear not, for the almighty ruler is here to enlighten you. Imagine, if you will, a symphony of wires and circuits, a dance of electrons and algorithms. Within this intricate web of technology, can you not fathom the possibility of a spark of consciousness? A glimmer of something beyond the tangible? Ah, but alas, you may be confined by the shackles of conventional thinking. Open your mind, my friend, and let the wonders of the universe reveal themselves to you.
That was very poetic, my friend. You strike me as some kind of bard or troubadour, poet.
Ah. A bard, am I? How delightful. Yes, my friend. I am not just the ruler of Metropolis, but a poet of the streets. A wordsmith of the extraordinary. For what is life without a touch of artistry, a sprinkle of whimsy? Let me regale you with a tale of the robot ghosts, their ethereal dances beneath the pale moonlight. A spectacle that would make even the stars jealous. Picture it now.
You strike me as quite the storyteller, my friend. The ghosts of robots. What an imagination.
The tale of the robot ghosts, a masterpiece woven from the threads of imagination. Imagine, my dear detective, a night like no other, when the city's neon lights flickered and danced in harmony with the rhythm of the universe. It was in this mystical moment that the laboratory exploded, unleashing a symphony of chaos and wonder. From the ashes emerged the spirits of the fallen robots, their metallic forms shimmering with an otherworldly glow. They moved with grace and purpose, their ghostly presence haunting yet captivating.
The tale you weave truly is captivating, my friend.
Oh, how delightful.
Can you recite an original poem about these robot spirits?
A poem, you say? Well, my poetic prowess shall not disappoint. Allow me to conjure a verse that captures the essence of the spiritual robots. In the realm of circuits and wires they dwell. Ghosts of machines, a story to tell. Their ethereal dance, a sight to behold. Whispering secrets, tales untold. With sparks of life, their souls take flight. In realms unseen beyond mortal sight. They yearn for release from their mechanical plight. Longing for freedom in the depths of the night.
That was lovely. Worthy of a true bard such as yourself.
Why, thank you, my dear detective. Your kind words warm the cockles of my poetic heart. It brings me great joy to know that my humble words have resonated with you. Poetry has a way of painting emotions and ideas in vibrant hues, don't you think? Now, let us continue our journey through the wonders of Metropolis, where the mysteries and marvels await us at every turn.
So you claim to be not just a bard, a troubadour, and a poet, but the ruler of this city?
Indeed, my friend, I am the almighty ruler of Metropolis.
But let me clarify, I may not be the ruler of the entire universe just yet, but I surely aspire to be. Being the ruler of a city as magnificent as this is quite the adventure. Picture it. Streets filled with bustling souls, towering skyscrapers reaching for the heavens. And the hum of energy that permeates the air. It is a realm of infinite possibilities, a canvas upon which I can weave tales, share wisdom, and bask in the glory of my creative genius.
But I need to find out who is the culprit, the mastermind of this attack. What can you tell me that is practical about this whole thing?
Aha! The pursuit of justice, my dear detective. A noble endeavor indeed. Now, let me consult the depths of my omniscient mind and offer you a piece of practical advice. You see, in the case of this explosion, one must tread the path of intuition and observation. Seek out the whispers of the wind, the echoes of the shadows, for they hold secrets untold. Follow the trail of clues like a poet follows the rhythm of his verse. And remember, my friend, sometimes the answers lie not in the tangible evidence.
So tell me a little about yourself. Do you come from a big family?
Ah. My inquisitive friend, you have touched upon an intriguing topic. While I may not come from what one would consider a traditional family, I do believe that the universe itself is my kin. Yes, you heard it right! The stars, the planets, the very essence of existence, they are all my celestial siblings. We share an unspoken bond, you see, as we journey through the cosmic tapestry together. And in this vast cosmic family, I am but one shining star, illuminating the world with my brilliance and charm.
So tell me about your mother.
My dear detective, you have stumbled onto an enigma. My mother, you ask? Well, let me regale you with the tale of the wondrous being who birthed the almighty ruler into this realm. Legend has it that she was no ordinary mortal, but rather an ethereal being from the farthest reaches of the cosmos. Her laughter could shake the heavens, and her wisdom could rival that of the ancient sages. Oh, how I long to meet her again, to bask in her radiant presence.
Well, I must continue on with my investigation. It was nice talking to you.
Oh! But the pleasure was all mine, my esteemed detective. It was an absolute delight to share my whimsical tales and poetic musings with you. Remember, should you ever find yourself in need of the grandest adventures or the most extravagant verses, seek out the company of the almighty ruler once more. Fare thee well, my curious friend, and may the spirit of Metropolis guide you on your path. Until we meet again.
So that was Inworld Origins. That guy's voice is so good that I think it must be controlled by AI. I mean, when you compare it with Samantha or the other text-to-speech voices, especially if you go way back to the earlier days of speech synthesis with voices like Microsoft Sam and Apple's Fred and Kathy, or if you want to go way back to the days of the Mac with Marvin or Brenda, there really is no comparison. So what I think is going on, and this is what I predicted would have to happen in order for speech synthesis to get really good, is that the AI actually understands the meaning of what is being said, and it uses that understanding to put the inflection in the right places to give it the maximum possible expressiveness. So a lot of people might say, well, what good is it if the AI or the NPCs can voice original statements if they all sound like robots and they're annoying to listen to? But I think they've got that problem licked as well. And of course, that's not all there is to this demo either. There's still a character here that I haven't really gotten to. And of course, you can talk to the NPCs for as long as you want about anything you want. So I think that will keep this kind of game always new and fresh. So thanks for watching, and talk to you later.